Robert Ray joins me now. He's a former federal prosecutor and independent counsel for the Whitewater investigation. All right, I mean, I don't like how this is going. This feels like we're leading into a dangerous place. How do you view it?
Well, me too. I mean, it's disheartening. I guess it's good that you're seeing some voices rise above this, even on the left, saying that the Supreme Court will have to overturn this. I don't think Jamie Raskin expects that this is going to go Colorado's way. Ruth Marcus from the Washington Post agrees and thinks the decision should be unanimous to overturn it. She can't quite bring herself to buy into the notion that Clarence Thomas would have a vote on any matter related to Donald Trump. But nevertheless, I think it's in the country's best interest to really, shove this right back down Colorado's throats. And you just had a handful of people on there. I guess what's heartening to me in the final analysis is that you had more common sense among a handful of people in just a few minutes than has been displayed by a whole lot of courts and liberal activists who now are going to be emboldened by this decision to continue this effort in any number of more states beyond the 17 that the graph showed to try to use legal process to remove Trump from the ballot, notwithstanding and ignoring the will of the voters. I mean, that's just Orwellian to me. And it's amazing to me that people aren't shouting this down. So that's the disheartening part. But if you ask the average voter to exercise some common sense, they're with the people, and the people are consistent with Abraham Lincoln's view, which is a patient confidence in the ultimate justice of the people. We have lost that in this country, and we need to get it back in a hurry.
It's the famous line, would you rather be ruled by what the first 100 people in the phone book than the Harvard faculty? When you see history play out where Confederate soldiers that grabbed guns killed Union soldiers, or Confederate officials who literally drafted the secessionist plans, when you see them be able to come back into government, federal government, how are they, better than Donald Trump? He didn't grab a bayonet. He said, march peacefully.
No, look, you're absolutely right about that. I mean, this decision has all kinds of problems. It has First Amendment problems. It has due process problems. It has the problem about whether or not it even applies to the President of the United States. And then I think probably the easiest off-ramp that people have recognized is that the 14th Amendment under Section 3, used as a sword, which is exactly what Colorado has done here against Donald Trump, is not self-executing. Congress has to act before that can happen. And during the Civil War era, Congress did act. There were, provisions to override to allow Confederates to serve in government, and there was a president who recognized that reconciliation in the country was more important than trying to exclude people from office, and that allowing the will of the people to go forward, even if you don't agree with the will of the people, is a more important value in the long run. And, Democrats are going to rue the day that they start playing games, which is exactly what voters have recognized in your segment, to exclude people from ballots. I mean, tit is good for tat here. You do that to Donald Trump and take Donald Trump out of this. I think it's a serious infringement on the will of the people and the franchise, and that's something to pay attention to and something to be concerned about.
Sure. I mean, I don't want ballot stripping on either side. But all this does, if Trump does win re-election, the revenge term, it's going to be interesting. Robert, thank you so much, and Merry Christmas.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.